Grandfather, let me offer you a little bit more tea here.
Oh, tâpwêwin. Tâpwêwin, hey.
Oh. Well, maybe not that thirsty.
Hey. No, that's good tea. That's good tea. Oma. Okay, this story is a little bit different, grandson. This story is a good story, a very good story. You'll really like this story. Once again, the young men wanted to go out and fight. And once again, they're going to go fight the Blackfeet.
Why do we always want to fight? Why are we always fighting?
We're fighting people. That was part of everything. We had horses, we chased the buffalo, and we had all that energy, and we were very strong. So we weren't scared, and we weren't scared, because when we went in with the buffalo, we rode right inside the herd there, and could have been killed any moment if the buffalo decided to quickly change the direction. We were not scared of anything. Anyway, on this story here, they talked about that, and there was an old man there. Well, he was only about 60, but he was fat. He hadn't been doing anything, and he was fat. And he said, kâ-itôtêhêw, I'll go with you, he said. And everybody said, nobody said anything. They all kind of put their heads down. They didn't look at each other or anything. They didn't want to show any disrespect. This is a story about respect. And so when they got ready to go, that man was ready to go too. And he was on a pretty fast horse. And they rode out. And as they rode out there, they were singing. They didn't care who heard them. They were singing and they were being boisterous and laughing. The horses were feeling good. And everybody was just feeling so good. And so they rode along like that, and they were just having a great time. And sometimes if they saw something, they would shoot it, maybe a rabbit or something like that. Rabbit is always good for, it's got very good food in it. It's very good for you at any time. So they were just having a good time. And then all of a sudden, they stopped. And over there, across the river, there was about 30 Blackfoot. And they were all young men, just like the young men, the Cree young men. They were just all young men. And they're sitting on their horses, and you could see that their horses were painted. Oh. They were on a war party. But so were the Cree. They had painted their horses too. And that old man was good for that. He could show them how to paint their horses. And so they painted their horses, and everybody was ready to fight. But nobody wanted to ride up first to fight those young men because he was scared. The first guy never lived because he would get hit by 30 arrows for sure. Yeah. So anyway, he looked at somebody else, and that guy, okay, I'll go then. I'll go. Never mind. He said, I'll go. And he got ready to go. And that somebody else said, no, wait. I'll go. And they were all, and pretty soon the Blackfeet were over there, and they were kind of laughing at them because nobody wanted to go out there right away. Finally, that old man, he said, I'll go. He said, I'll go. He said, I've done this before. I'll go. So they all looked at him, and he rode his horse really fast towards the Blackfeet, and they were there like that. And there was a big hill where they were, and the Blackfeet were just down at the bottom of that big hill. And that old man, he rode right up on top of that hill, and he pulled his horse to a stop, and his horse just stopped really fast like that. And that old man fell off, and he fell on his back, and everybody laughed. And the Blackfoot laughed, and the Cree laughed, and everybody laughed except that old man. And he was mad at both sides, and he was yelling at the Blackfeet, and he was yelling at the Cree. He was just mad at everybody because everybody was laughing
at him.
Yeah. And anyway, all the Blackfeet, they started waving goodbye, and all the Cree started waving goodbye to them. And they rode home, and that old man had to ride his horse home all by himself. And that is the end of the story.
No war.
Yeah, no war, just laughter. Yeah. ê-wâpamât, ê-wâpamât.